Blessed assurance.
My name is Johnny Jones. I've been with the group now for 12 plus 13 years maybe. And I normally sing like a tenor one or the third part from the top most of the time. Sometimes I might mix with the third or fourth part, but mostly it's the third part from the top in the harmonies. And I've been blessed to do a little bit of lead. I was listening to the radio station. I was driving around actually, and I was in my hometown in Atlantic City. Shouts out. Anyway, I had actually heard them on the radio on the gospel station, the group InAWay. Well, back that up. Before then, I was a huge fan. Can I mention this? I was a huge fan of the group Take 6, and I used to listen to them quite a bit. I thought that one day, if one of those members would drop out, I would be ready to step in. Right? So anyway, and yeah, they hear me from Atlantic City when they're way off in the world. Anyway, so I happened to see this is a while before they had auditions. I saw the group InAWay perform in Atlantic City on a boardwalk one time, and I was like, wow, they're doing something I would like to be a part of. I wonder if they need any new members. Just to myself, I didn't say anything. And before this, I had never really taken part in a vocal group so much. I had done some singing and some piano playing for different things, but I never had taken part in a vocal group like this. So anyway, I was driving along and I heard they were having auditions for members. Something happened and they were looking for new members for the group InAWay. And they had an age bracket that at the time was a step or two outside of what they said they were looking for, but I figured I could probably pull it off. I was still babyface back then. So anyway, I gave him a call and I believe I spoke with Aaron and Tawana. I think it was Tawana I spoke with, the road manager. She set up an interview, an audition. I had never done an audition before, especially with music. So I went in and they just asked me to sing. I happened to pick a song. I remember the song actually was a song by Brian McKnight called Home. And I did my best. And they didn't know I was practicing on the way in, so I tried to hit notes or whatever. So I finally got in there and it went pretty well. Aaron was there, Mike was there, and Tawana. And Aaron and Mike kind of sat back on me. Just by looking, Tawana kind of did the talking in the beginning, so you didn't know who was really in charge, who was the person. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to fill them out. So anyway, I mean, I did my best. I think I did a pretty good job anyway. And I guess being fans of Take 6, Aaron was and Mike was also, and also Brian McKnight. So I think that was a feather in my cap. So the audition went pretty well, and Aaron came up and asked me to sing with him. We did the national anthem, and he just told me to sing it straight because I didn't know any parts. And I guess he was trying to sing if I could sing and listen for harmonies around me. And I guess I did pretty good. And I was so thrilled when I got the part. I had to keep my composure because I was amongst people. And so I thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. Great. Got in the car and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? I was coming out. It was a great moment. I had great experience, and since then it's been so much fun, lots of fun. But that's how I got to it. Oh, I'm sorry, one more part of that. When Aaron and Tawana brought me out to North Jersey to meet the rest of the guys, and Aaron introduced me, and he said he's going to be with us for a while, and welcome to the group, And I sat there and I spoke. I said, hey, how you doing? Told a little bit about myself. And that was that. And before that I think they want to take a break or whatever. And I saw who I know to be Jarrell now. Look over like, let's hear him sing. Jarrell said, no, we got to hear him sing. I was like, oh, okay. All right, so I did a little piece of the same song, and I guess it went over pretty well. But these guys, they are the nicest, but they are on point with what is going on. And by no means will you mistake niceness for slouch. By no means in this group. You cannot. But it's such a thrill. They keep you on your toes. But yeah, that's I got you. Yeah. Which was exciting. I had never been that far in the musical aspect. I had done military time, so I've been away from home, obviously. But going on the road, it was so much fun, and I had to learn quite a bit of the music in the car on the road, which was fun. But it was a lot of excitement going to some of the biggest churches that I've ever been into. I've been to, local churches, and they weren't that big. So some of the places we went, oh my goodness. We went to Houston, we went through Tennessee, went through Chicago. We had a good stay in Chicago at least twice. Lots of fun, lots of jokes on the road. But when it comes to doing what we have to do, it's all jokes aside, and we go to it, and it was so much fun. Very exciting.
What was the conversations like in the tour van? Did y'all just talk to each other? Did y'all listen to music? Did y'all watch movies?
We did a little bit of all of that. We watched movies. We had some pretty heated conversations. I wouldn't say heated, I'd say spirited. Spirited conversations on a multitude of subjects. I mean,
what kind of movies does a gospel group watch on tour?
Jungle Book. No, I'm just kidding. We watched a little bit of everything. I remember I actually brought, can I mention Cosby Show? I brought like the box set. I think we watched the whole box set. Oh my goodness.
That was before all that went down, right?
That was before it got, whatever happened with that.
America's Dad.
Yeah, but oh man, we watched it. I remember I had asked them, can we listen to the Wiz soundtrack? And I got some funny looks, but then when they listened to the actual music of it, they were like, yo, that was kind of banging. But we listened to a lot of things. That's one good thing about being in the group too. When you meet people from different aspects, people brought in different music. Like when I'm meeting Ian, he brought in different. I think Ian, if anybody played hockey in the group, it was probably. No, I'm just kidding. That's my brother. I have to say one of the most memorable things, I guess, was when we were in Houston, and you get to singing on the road and stuff. You just like any entertainer, you may gather some admirers from time to time. So we're out, we're singing, we're doing our thing, we're sounding good, having a good time. And we were at a convention, and it was set up in a hotel in Houston, a pretty big hotel. A lot of stars in the gospel scene, gospel music scene were there. We had a great time. So we were setting up and singing, and we would go to different places. And at one time, we stopped to sing, and a crowd would gather around. And from then on, we would, maybe sell CDs or give business cards or ask to, come visit people's church. So when we parted, I noticed it was an admirer following me around, and we went to different places, and everywhere I looked, this admirer was there, and it was kind of.
Who was she?
We won't say any names. We'll just say this admirer you cannot miss in a crowd. This admirer was very, very tall, stood out in the crowd. And everywhere I went, my admirer would follow me, and I was trying to do things. I would, speak of the group, and the admirer expressed to us that they would like for us to come and sing at a radio station in Florida. And I was like, great, we'd love to come, and we exchange a card, and I brought the person over to our desk so that they can talk business with our road manager, Tawana, at the time. And they did not want to talk too much to Tawana. They seemed to want to talk to me. And it was the first experience I had like that, and it felt really awkward because this admirer was not letting go easily.
Well, what was it, a dude? Tell us.
Well, I didn't admire this person the way they admired me, so I was trying to shake them. I kept trying to hand this person up, and the person kept following. Finally, I think I got Tawana to give him the business while I slipped around the back and was out into the crowd. Oh man, it was fearful. I mean,
how long did you guys tease you about that?
Ever. Basically, ever. Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was a lot of fun.
That's good stuff.
Why shall Christ our Lord?